Welcome to another week of making music. This week we have a pretty fun song that we got to make. We sampled songs from one of our participants' favorite movie ever, and that participant is John, and one of his favorite movies is The Sound of Music. And we sampled songs from The Sound of Music. It was super fun. I think we should just get right into it. Alright, Imagine Possibilities. Here we are. Here is our beautiful, colorful song. Like I said, we sampled Sound of Music songs this week. There is a song off the soundtrack. It's called Morning Hymn and Alleluia. And it's this really pretty cool choir. Guys, a choir is just when there's a lot of singers. So if everyone at IP sang at once, you're basically a choir. So it's pretty slow, but I think it's really beautiful. So I did this cool thing you guys have seen me do before where I take a sound and I turn it into an instrument. And so that's what I did here, so I can play it like an instrument. Here's what we played in with our cool instrument technique. So we had that to kind of start out our song, and then we built things off of that. We added my favorite things. And I'll show you guys what it originally sounded like.
I just try and think of nice things.
What kind of things?
Oh, well, let me see. Nice things. Daffodils. Green meadows. Skies full of stars.
I just took a little vocal part saying, "Sky full of stars."
Skies full of stars.
So I thought that was a cool little thing to add into our song. Then, we have the drums. Start off with our kick drum and then our clap. Kick drum, you guys know what it is. It looks like that. I think everyone knows what a clap is. It's when you put your hands together, make that sound. So our kick and our clap sound like this. Then we added a hi-hat. Then we added this fun sound. It's kind of like, if you guys have ever used like a record player and then you stop the record with your hand, you get this cool little sound. It sounds kind of like this. If you stop it really fast, zoom, zoom. So I thought that was a cool sound. So we added that to our drums. And then we also added a little sound from this song, The Lonely Goat Herd from The Sound of Music. It originally sounded like this. And right about here, that little part, this little sound, we made it into a little percussion instrument. It sounds like this. So all those drum sounds together sound like this. I really like those drums. I think those are super fun. And then next we have, do you guys know the superhero group, the Avengers? They've got so many awesome superheroes, but they have one superhero that's super strong. His voice is super deep, and he kind of holds the group together, and that's the Hulk, right? Every group of superheroes needs someone that's really strong and going to hold everyone together. And that's kind of what we have in this song, but instead of it being the Hulk, we call it our bass. And our bass is kind of that strong glue, like the Hulk, that's going to hold our song together, and our bass sounds like this. And so if we hear that all together, it sounds like this. I really like that. That's a cool start. But with this song, I kind of threw out all my normal rules, took them, crumpled them up, opened the window, and just threw them out because we're breaking some rules with this song. We're not following the normal pattern of songwriting. We're doing our own thing. I decided we're kind of going to make two mini songs in one and call it one awesome song. So what I've played for you guys so far is kind of like the first half of our song. Then out of nowhere, it turns into something almost totally different. And in the new side, I added different instruments. I added a piano. Sounds like this. I also added some string sounds. You guys remember strings? They look like that. There's different types of them, and here's what our strings sounded like. And then next we've got this cool spacey ambient synth sound in the second part. And then our drums are pretty similar. They just play different patterns, but they're all the same drums, except we add this cool open hi-hat sound. And we already know what a hi-hat looks like. An open hi-hat is when the two lids of the hi-hat, instead of being pressed tight together, you give them some space. So they're open, and then when you hit them, they kind of bounce against each other, and you get a sound like this. We also pull a little something from a song from The Sound of Music called Do Re Mi. And originally the song sounds a little bit like this.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, so, do.
That's a little snippet from it, and I took the do at the end, so it sounds like this.
Do, do.
And then I kind of pitched it around, and we got this. Cool little melody with the do part. So if we listen to the second half of our song all together, it sounds a little bit like this. And I like this a lot. Like if it was a plate of food and I ate it, I'd be like, it's okay. But how do we get a full thumbs up? Because right now we're at kind of a crooked thumbs up. We got to add our special sauce to this plate of food, make it as good as possible. And our special sauce, you guys already know what it is. It is our IP participants. It's you guys. You guys have an undefinable quality that you guys add to these songs, and I think it makes it so much cooler. I added John because him and I were singing back and forth, and we did a little cover of My Favorite Things. I took a little snippet of John's voice when we were singing. He sang the word things really cool, and it sounded like this originally. It had a cool tone to it, so I took that little part, put it in our song, and with some effects, John's voice sounds like this. It's just a cool little melody. I really like John's part there, but the music around it sounds like this. So John makes that second half super cool, but we needed someone to make the first half of our song special as well. So I was digging through some old samples of you guys, and I found this awesome one by Bobbi. It's definitely one of my favorite little samples she's ever recorded in our music classes. She was covering an Elvis song, and she said this.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
She's saying, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. And I really like the hound dog part of that, so I kind of chopped her voice around, pitched it, and we got this.
Hound dog. Hound dog.
I really like that. I think it adds to the first half a lot. There we have it, you guys. We have a bunch of Sound of Music samples. We have drums. We've got John and Bobbi together. We got synths and pianos and strings and all these cool things coming together in this wacky form of a song. But I think it just somehow works. Sometimes things can be messy and still work. And I think that's kind of what we did this week. Did a messy song, but a cool one. I'm proud of this one. I'm happy with how it turned out. It was super fun to talk with John, and we just kind of, not goofed around, but we just, sang and listened to some songs. He showed me a lot of his favorite songs from The Sound of Music, and we just sang along to those, and that was super fun. And I'm up for doing whatever you guys want to when we do these live calls. And I'd love to see more of you guys if you guys are interested. Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. we do our Tunes Tuesday class. I'm there, Emily's there, John's there sometimes. Other people have come, and it's been super fun. Whoever can come, I'd love to see you. Our next class will be June 16th at 1 p.m. I'll be there. I hope I get to see some of you guys there. If you guys can't make it but still want to be recorded somehow and be put in a song, all you guys have to do is make any sort of noise that you want, and clap, snap, sing, say hello, do whatever. Record it on, if you have a phone, maybe you can use that, or maybe if someone you know can help you use their phone. If you have an iPhone, you can use voice memos. You can record it and send it to that email right over there, and then I'd be happy to add it to one of these songs. I'd love to see you guys soon and use some of your vocals. But now I think there's just one thing left to do. As always, we need to dance, and I think we just got to listen to it all the way through now. So let's listen.